Yeah, Keppel Road is a tune I wrote at the very end of my stay in my last house, which was on Keppel Road. It was a house we lived in 3 years, so it became very important to us. There were sort of six, 7 people living there at any one time over the 3 years, and usually people that we met on our music course at Manchester. So I think there's quite a few Keppel Road or Keppel tunes knocking around, so I guess whoever's the most successful can file some sort of lawsuit for that. It actually was the house opposite where the Bee Gees grew up, so it must be quite a musical street. But that's where the name Keppel Road came from. Yeah, my composition process is usually sort of 2 main ways that I'll approach something. So if I'm doing something for like a group like the Jazz Exchange, usually I'll get a melody with some harmonies from sitting down at the piano. Then I'll take those and I'll put them onto my different hardware parts of my studio. So usually onto the modular and maybe onto the Korg if I need some more polyphonic sounds. And I'll develop a structure from there, and I'll keep the bits I want to be electronic, and then I'll write out parts for the acoustic instruments from what I hear from that. My second way is more for when I'm making music myself. It's a lot more generative, so I use classic generative techniques, stuff like Max for Live within Ableton, things like that, to help the music bring itself to life a little bit. Is the way I like to think about it. So that's my composition processes. When I was introducing this with Keppel Road to the group, it was actually quite an organic process. I think some people were late to a rehearsal, or we were waiting on some people for something, and I just sat down at the piano and I was playing this chord sequence. I mean, it's quite a simple thing, it's just an ABA structure. And I think Emil and a couple of the guys there said that they liked it, so we sort of took that, developed it, and then waited for the other guys to get there and then played it through with them, and that helped us get a bit more of a structure from there. So it was very like, yeah, I didn't really feel like I brought it, it more felt like it sort of happened, which is nice. It's been fine. It's been a bit of an interesting process for me, because it's really the first time I've done it with an ensemble this size. I think one thing that I've learnt is not good to do is to take a different setup every single time we rehearse, which is not that often because we're all spread out around the UK as well. So that's why, unfortunately, I've never really taken the same setup twice, because it moves around a lot and I'm trying to find what works well, but it would probably be good to just take one. However, it's been really, really interesting. I've tried several things, such as sort of more of it being sound design just for me to fit with the group. I've tried manipulating sound live from the group and then feeding that back out, which I think has worked really well, but offers loads of technical difficulties. Again, it's hard if you're not touring more to fix. But yeah, I think for a few of them, they've worked with electronics before, so they're used to it. I think a few of them less so, so hopefully they've enjoyed having more of a wider soundscape within their pieces as well. What I like about it is it's ended up with this sort of free improvisation section in the middle, and part of the reason why I like making sort of music I make by myself, which is much longer, often longer generative music that's sort of very repetitive, is because it offers an opportunity for people for minds to wander whilst it's on. So I think that's really good. It's good for people to be able to, I don't know, that's part of the reason why I listen to a lot of the music I listen to, is that it gives me an opportunity for my mind to just sort of rest and wander around a little bit. So hopefully the middle section of the tune, because it's not focus structurally or melodically, it's just sort of happening. That gives an opportunity for people to sort of have a bit of a think and a bit of a wonder whilst it's going on about anything that you want to. Yeah.